Globe Theatre, Jerry Globe speaking. Yes, ma'am. This afternoon we have a special matinee, A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare. On the same bill, we have 3 acts of live bear baiting. Parental guidance suggested? Not at all. Thanks for calling the Globe.
Good news! Today's matinee is nearly sold out!
Terrific, of course. I'm not surprised. Every time we put on a play by Shakespeare, we sell out.
Yeah, but we can't go on running the same plays forever. The public's going to get tired of them. When is Shakespeare going to come up with a new one?
I wish I knew. I've been begging him for a new play, but so far, nothing.
Well, boss, these artists can't be rushed, you know.
Artist? Shakespeare? Look, that kid's no artist. He's just a hack. That's what makes me so mad. He can grind the stuff out by the mile if he feels like it.
Shakespeare really is something. Midsummer Night's Dream, a sellout. Julius Caesar, a sellout. And as for Macbeth, we have 3 road companies doing that.
I know, well, our boy should be here any minute. We have an appointment.
Is he bringing a new script?
Doubtful, but I have a few ideas of my own. I hope he won't be able to resist.
I hope he goes for them. We could sure use another smash hit.
Oh, that must be Shakespeare now.
Come in, Mr. Shakespeare. We were just talking about you.
Good morrow, Marvin.
Hey, Willie, baby! Great to see you!
Good morning, Jerry.
Is that the best you can do? Good morrow, Jerry. Where's the old bounce, the old pizzazz?
To be or not to be, that's the question.
Huh?
What's this to be or not to be stuff? Is that any way for England's #1 up-and-coming playwright to talk? Come and sit down. Tell me what's bothering you. Marvin, go and get Willie a cup of coffee.
Sure, Jerry. How do you like your coffee, Mr. Shakespeare?
Black.
Right.
Hey, I'll bet I know what's bothering you. Girl trouble. That Anne Hathaway you've been going with, she's been giving you a rough time, right?
Wrong.
Is it money trouble? You want a little advance on your royalties? Just say the word.
What care I from any? Who steals my purse steals trash.
Then what is it? What? You're usually so peppy, so alive, but this outfit, this skull, this melancholy pose, this isn't you.
Oh, that this too. Too solid flesh would melt, would thaw, resolve itself into dew.
I just don't understand you.
You don't understand me, Jerry? Oh, vassal! Oh, miscreant! Rogue and peasant slave! I'm sick of turning out stuff like A Midsummer Night's Dream and Macbeth and Julius Caesar. I want to write poetry, Jerry. I want to create art.
But Midsummer Night's Dream is a sellout.
It is not worth the dust which the rude wind blows in our face.
Julius Caesar made Variety's list of box office top 10.
Words, words, words. Julius Caesar is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Macbeth then. Macbeth is going into its 3rd edition in paperback, and we sold the moving portrait rights to 16th Century Fox. Even Queen Elizabeth thinks it's great stuff. When she saw it, she bubbled with praise.
A bubble reputation.
Now look, Shakespeare, I've been put up with about as much of this nonsense as I'm going to. You have a 20-play contract, and I'm going to hold you to it.
Methinks I shall go mad. My wits begin to turn. You don't understand me, Jerry. My brain is drained.
Is that all that's bothering you? Ideas? Listen, I've got millions of them.
Well, let me hear one.
There's a rich girl named Katerina, and she's real shrew. So even though she's loaded, nobody wants to marry her, except one guy, Petruchio. He figures he can be twice as mean as Katerina, break her spirit, get her to marry him, and get all her money in the bargain. So he sets out to tame her.
How does he do that?
Oh, I don't know. You can figure it out as you go.
Why not call it The Taming of the Shrew?
Because this isn't a box office. Do you like it?
I hate it.
Alright, here's one you might like. There are these 2 kids, Juliet and Romeo. They fall in love.
Surprise, surprise.
The trouble is, their families hate each other. So Juliet takes the sleeping potion And then Romeo finds her asleep, only he thinks she's dead. So he kills himself. And then she wakes up and finds him dead. So this time she does kill herself.
And we call it comedy of errors. And the important thing is to keep it funny, funny, funny. How do you think up with these awful ideas, Jerry?
I don't think them up. I get them out of a book. Hoonshed's Chronicles.
Oh, what a noble mind is here, O throne.
Boss, there's a Francis Bacon here to see you.
Not again. He's been trying to see me for months.
Shall I send him away?
He'll only come back if you do. No, send him in. I'll get rid of him myself. This will only take a minute, Willie.
Oh, Mr. Globe, I'm so glad you've come to see me at last.
Well, don't be too glad. I only agreed to see you so I could tell you once for all that your stuff is hopeless and we can't use it.
You don't think I have talent?
As a philosopher, you're number one. As an essayist, you're top. But as playwright, 0.
Yet my fondest dream has been to write plays. Who reads philosophy? Who reads essays? Nobody. The only way to make it out here is to write plays that people will understand.
Tell that to him, not me.
Why? Who's he?
Francis Bacon, William Shakespeare.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh my god, not the William Shakespeare. I admire you just about anybody. Hey, do not think I flatter. For what advancements may I hope from thee?
Beautifully said. See, that's the kind of thing I wish I could write. Do you mind if I make a note of that? Nay, do not think I flatter.
Walter Riley's smoking up some of that tobacco he's been importing. The stage manager told him there's no smoking allowed, but Riley's making that terrible scene.
That Walter Riley always losing his head. Okay, tell them I'll be right there. Look, Bacon have to be unpleasant. We are wasting your time. You'll never make it as a playwright. As for you, Shakespeare, sit down and keep writing.
Sounds good.
'Twas never thus. I want to write plays and they don't let me. You don't want to write plays and they insist. Fear me, I have the green sickness.
The green sickness, a perfect phrase for envy.
Well, it was a real pleasure meeting you, Mr. Shakespeare.
Oh, call me Will, please.
Parting is such a sweet sorrow that I should say good night till it be morrow.
Oh, parting is such a sweet sorrow. Say, Frank, you really want to write plays, do you?
More than anything!
Then how would you like to collaborate with me?
Do you mean it? You, the great Shakespeare, would work with me? But what about Mr. Globe? I'm sure he'll never agree.
He doesn't have to know about it. We'll put my name on the finished script. But of course, I'll divide all the royalties with you.
Oh, Will, I like nothing
Action.
better. I even have an idea for the play. I think I might provide the food of sweet and bitter fancy.
Oh, wait, let me write that down. Sweet and bitter fancy.
The play is about a melancholy prince in Denmark whose father has been murdered and whose mother has married the new king, the very man that did the deed.
Ah, it comes to my ears like a sweet sound. But let's not talk about it. Let's get going.
Yes, if I were done, 'tis done. Then 'twere well done quickly.
I assume we'll call it the play after the prince himself. What's his name?
I haven't named him yet.
What about Sam? Melvin?
How about Hamlet?
Hamlet. Hamlet. I like it.
Yes, it does fall trippingly on the tongue, doesn't it?
That's it. Hamlet, Act 1, Scene 1.
The scene, ramparts of this castle of Eslimore time, midnight at rise, Francisco at his post, and Bernardo.
Frank, it's wonderful the way you just roll out of you, as if you're reciting from memory.
The idea of collaborating with you still overwhelms me.
Our fortune will move upward, and will be graced with breaths of victory. Frank, this above all, to thine own self be true. We will strive with things impossible. The play's the thing.
Hey guys, this is a vlog. I'm Marvin.
And I'm
this is-
Jerry.
And we're Marvin and Jerry. On running the same place forever. The play's going to get
Hey, Billy, baby!
Ready?
I'll be like this.
there's a Sir Francis Bacon. Come in, Mr. Francis. Come in.
Oh, Mr. Globe, I'm so glad you've seen me at last.
Well, don't be too glad. I only seen you so that... Yeah, it is. Read it right now before we record it.
Nay,
That I'm
just
coming in, Haley.
look at.
Yeah, I know.
Just flip the phone so you can see what you're doing.
Boss, you're not on me.
That Walter Riley always losing his.
That's my line.
Riley's smoking tobacco.
You saw my face. You go.
Forgot the smoke. Like you couldn't.
Always losing his head. Okay, tell them I'll be right there. Look, Beckett. We are wasting your time. You'll never make it as a playwright. As for you, Shakespeare, remember that contract you signed? You sit down and start writing.
Oh, Will, I'd like nothing more.
Jeez,
and I
they're gonna
even
hear
have
it.
An idea for a play. I think I might.
Here's the thing.
Okay, finally done.